Hello friends, you know what I want to know? I want to know if this is any good. I want to give this little LA Colors palette today a good, honest shot. I picked this up at Dollar Tree. I remember palettes packaged like this. I know I owned one that maybe had some blues and purples in it from LA Colors. This is from the era, like back when Dollar Tree beauty really hadn't blown up that much. Things at Dollar Tree were probably all still $1, and there was a very minimal selection of beauty stuff. But LA Colors was there, and they had palettes that looked like this. Well, this, judging by just my touching in the palette and feeling these shades the other day, I think this is new and improved now. I think we're dealing with better textures here. I got the Nude eyeshadow. The shade is In Vogue. And I thought, you know, there looks to be some decent range in here. It's kind of checkerboarded with matte and shimmer. Let me bring it in real close. Can you see the shimmers have a little texture? Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I did my nails with that Dollar Tree nail polish too. But yeah, matte and shimmer mix, light and dark mix. What I'm saying is I think this has potential. It was $1.25. I'm going to put it on my eyes for the first time today and see if we can make magic happen with this thing. And a fly has just joined. But I will share what's all over my face for my complexion stuff so far today. Here's what I started with. My CoverGirl True Blend Sun and Sculpt Bronzing Glow Serum. I have it in 20 Light, and I put this all over my face and blended it in as though it was foundation. It's not really giving me coverage, but it's giving me some tint. And then I used concealer where I needed the coverage. e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Concealer. Shade is 14 Fair Cool. I've got that on my under eye. I've got a little around my nose. I set that with some Coty Airspun. Translucent Extra Coverage. Thank you, Coty Airspun. And then Maybelline Superstay. This is a powder foundation. It's called Hybrid Powder Foundation, shade 128. This might technically be my all-over coverage today, you know, because I really went all over with that after I specifically set my under eye with the Coty Airspun. And then every other face step came from this guy. This is my Physicians Formula Butter Dream Team palette. And I used both of the bronzers today. I used mainly this blush, but a little bit of this one too. And I used the highlighter as well. And that brings me to where we are now. Oh, I did brows too. I used that little Essence brow pencil I just used yesterday, Baby Got Brow. Shade is brunette. And I used some Maybelline Super Lock. That's in the shade Deep Brown. I can never remember if it's deep brown or dark brown. That's setting my brows. But yeah, that brings us to the place we're at now. I'm going to use Milani Eyeshadow Primer today. I'm excited, guys. You just never know. Now, LA Colors has a good, like, nude eyeshadow palette that I've gotten from Dollar General before, and I want to say I paid between $3 and $4 for that one, and it's good, but this is $1.25. And there's something about the fact that the packaging style, just the way this whole compact is, reminds me of Dollar Tree's earlier days. This is the other LA Colors nude palette I speak of that is good. This you'll find at Dollar General. Okay, I'm gonna clean off my brush for a second. We do have a double-ended sponge tip in this, which we can use probably for maybe patting some shadow on the inner lid, let's say. But let's just go right down here to this medium brown and see how that does in our crease. Okay, it's darker than I thought. Well, that's a good thing. I'm actually happy about that. I underestimated you, LA Colors. But look how it's blending. You see how we got that really concentrated bit in there, but it is moving around for us a little. That's nice. A little on the brush, tap off the excess. I love how I do it differently on the other eye, like, oh, since it's really intense, I'll go in slower. Now, you do need the eyes to look symmetrical, so every bit you loaded on the other eye needs to go on this eye too. So I had a weird dream before I woke up. I mean, I'm sure I was having weird dreams all night, but I pressed snooze and then I remember, like the dream I had between snoozes going off. I was coming down a highway that I often travel, and it was super jam-packed with cars. But I was like not stressed out about it at all, and I was just kind of whipping and weaving. I wasn't going fast, but I was just getting around a very tight situation. And there were a couple of cars like going the wrong direction on my side of the highway, and I wasn't super fazed by it. There was a cop behind me with his lights on, and I thought, oh, it's a cup with its lights on. I didn't really think like I should be pulling over, but I thought there's absolutely nowhere to pull over. Everything's too crowded, so I'll just keep going. And then immediately I'm home, and it's Christmas, and it was dark out during all that. And it's Christmas time, not Christmas Day, but it's the season. And you know how sometimes in dreams things are the same but different, you know, like I knew I was in my house, but it was kind of different. Yeah, Mom was there with the kids. I came home, Bub came home, Dad showed up. There were a few other weird things that happened that I don't quite remember, but I just thought that was odd that I kind of like casually didn't pull over when the cop was behind me. Dreams are crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go to this little soft guy right here. A little bit of that. And texture-wise, I'm seeing some softness with these. Like, I'm feeling a need to tap off a little excess. I'm blending gently up above my crease. Like, I could have started with this shade instead of the other shade, but honestly, I just underestimated how the pigment was going to show up. So, we're getting it in there. This is looking pretty good. Kind of cleaning off my brush. This could be a little highlighter, this matte one right there. You could easily do an all matte look with this palette, it seems like, because the range is there. You've got your light, medium, and dark. Okay. I'm adding just a little more of the deeper brown on this side, a little higher. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe M303. I've got to see how this black or near black is going to do. I'm going to tap into it with that Morphe M303, little excess to tap off. I'm gonna pat it on the outer part of the lid and just hope it shows and sticks. Okay, it's a soft black, everyone. And I'm fine with that. Fine with it being a soft black. I just like that there's an effort to give contrast. I feel like I'm patting it on the outer half of my lid and I'm letting the little fluff of the brush hit the crease, and then feel free to flip your brush over and you can make sure that crease is really targeted. But the fun thing about eyeshadow is it can be your little secret. You know, done well, like who has to know it came from Dollar Tree? I'm the type who if somebody asked me, I would be so excited to tell them it came from Dollar Tree, but maybe not everybody's that way. Like, who would have to know what was spent on eyeshadow? Just blend it well, do it well. Could be from anywhere. Okay, I'm just taking this blending brush that nothing's been added to and giving that a little gentle softening. Am I having a hard time today? No, I'm not. Did you notice how this shade up here actually seems even more intense than that brown? Like it's a little deeper, but it's also a little warmer. I'd like to see some of that pick up with my Profusion small pointed brush. And just like kind of come in the vicinity of the black. Kind of work up a little outer corner here, a little outer lift. I like when browns and gentle warmth plays with black on the eyes. Okay, this is different than back in the day when at first this was one of the only eyeshadow types of things at Dollar Tree. I think they had a neutral one, they had like a blue and purple. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Back when you had like a handful of LA Colors things at Dollar Tree and then maybe a few random discontinued items from major brands. That's so good. That fade that's coming out, this shade is important. Once again, we come in with that blending brush. It began as our crease brush, but became our blending brush because when it's bare, I mean, it can blend very well. Good. Now I want to choose one of these like shimmery shades. Like how are you gonna be? There's a little pinky one. There's one that's more taupey. Here's the one at the top of the palette right there. I'm getting some dustiness, but really I don't know that it's so much dustiness as just a lot of product wanted to come off there. I don't think I'll have any problem making these show up. I'm gonna take this one that looks like a little bit rosy maybe right here with the sponge tip. Sponge tip, loaded, excess, tapped. We're putting it on the inner half of the lid. Maybe I shouldn't have tapped the excess because, again, it can go places, I feel, this shade. She wants to stand out. It's giving a soft pearl level of shine, which may be what some of you want. Might take some of this up top. Looks a little brighter. That might be an inner corner pop. Yeah. Can do that. I feel like doing a really completed look here. I'm going to hit my lower lash line with that brown from the corner. And you could definitely use this palette and like not pull in the black or the dark brown. This could be the crease, you know, it could be just really soft and naturally contoured kinds of vibes. But I wouldn't be telling you the full story if I didn't play with some of the dark. Because that can honestly be the time when the cheap palette falls short. If someone said, what's the most likely part of this to fail, Em? I would say it would be the dark shades not showing up dark enough. But they did. They showed up true to color. They showed up to be what I expected. I knew this really wasn't pure black. It was soft black, and that's the way it applied, and that's good. Okay. This is the packaging it came in. FYI, LA Colors is cruelty-free. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Improvements were made to these little 12 color palettes. I'm softening a little bit of that shimmer that I got in the inner corner because it was more than I anticipated. Thinking about how I want to finish this off, I'm going to take a pencil liner. This is drugstore. This is Milani Stay Put eyeliner in the shade Semi Sweet. Any dark brown would probably do. It's a real dark, cool brown. Probably could pass for black, but I'm just kind of taking this along my upper lash line for a bit more intensity. I think I just got so used to seeing that format of eyeshadow at Dollar Tree that honestly it's been there while Dollar Tree has kind of gone through its big beauty expansion and everybody's buzzing about the different Dollar Tree things. It's been there. It's just been quietly sitting there. And I've been kind of ignoring it. And then for some reason, the other day, I just kind of locked in on it. And I thought, you know, that actually looks pretty good. But if it wasn't good, I'd tell you. You'd be able to see if I was struggling with it. But I was not struggling. We already did our softness on the lower lash line, so I'm going to pop on some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and we're all done. I did my mascara. I repaired this brow a little bit too. It just needed a little extra. But I curled my lashes and I did this CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen on the top. It's a good thickening mascara. I really like it. And then e.l.f. Lash Extender Tubing Mascara on the lower lashes. And I just think the eye look came together really well. And then on my lips, I went super soft with it. I used another Dollar Tree gem here. This is the Ioni Shea Butter Lipstick. This shade is Nude. Look how it's even cut like a heart. That's the overall color on my lips. And then I went over it with just a really kind of sheer, shiny, shimmery gloss. This is e.l.f.'s Glow Reviver Plumping in Piggy Bank. I prefer their glimmers over the plumping. The plumping isn't like so major or really, really painful, but I just kind of like the glimmers better, but I thought I've got some of these, I should be using them. And yeah, that's my look, guys, with a basic little $1.25 eye palette. It can work, it will work. I enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you all again soon. I love you. Bye.